Howdy guys, welcome back to a new video. I wanted for so long to make a new stylized cartoon character, but this time full character and posting on YouTube. So this will be my new project. David, can I know I'm not bored, but maybe sometime while working it's pretty hard to talk and work in the same time. Maybe mainly because my English is not my first language. So no, I'm not bored. Let's get back to the video. I started with a simple sphere, and first thing first, I want to try to block out the big shape of the character. Actually, this cartoon character was requested a long time ago. I forgot the name, well I think I have it in the comment, and he actually sent me some reference names that I choose one and I'm going to use it. As you can see, this project is started from a simple sphere. I'm trying to block out the main shape. This was my first life sculpture lesson that was said over and over. The teachers told us that the first thing first, you need to block out big shape because detail will come later, like eyes position, like nose, mouth, etc. At first didn't make sense what he was trying to say because I was trying to define the sculpture by capturing the nose or the eyes, and at the end I was watching to the sculpture and I say, this is not who I wanted to make it. I didn't understand why, but now and after some years of practice, I understand why. Because it's hard to make a nose and then if you're watching the big shape looks like crap. So first things first, after that I tried to make the head, the shape, the spaces where you could find the nose or the eyes. So that was a pretty big lesson for me. So that's mainly that I'm trying to make in this video also. Of course, if I'm looking to this right now is looking like crap, but I'm trying to define it as better as I can. Trying to see where the ears could be. The weird thing for me is that Sculpting Pro actually puts you in a position that you can add fast more details. Look, like right now at the ears, I'm trying to define more the ears, and I do not have the big shape in place right now. The mouth is too big, the head is too small. I decided at some point that I want to make the eyebrows separately, so I just mask out and use extract and make a new subtool. Another thing that I learned is that I do not want to be too involved with my project. Why? Because if it's needed to change it dramatically, it will be so hard if I like it too much. So I'm making a step behind and I'm trying to just focus on what I have to do. In the past, when I was working to a project, it was so hard to me to change it dramatically. Let's say that the client says, okay, I do not like this position, or maybe I do not like what you've done, change it. And I like it, so I don't do that anymore. I'm just trying to focus on what I have to do. Like now, if I'm watching this video, it's really looking like weird when we start a new project, but maybe at the end we'll be looking much better. We do hope so. At the mouth, at some point that I realized that I wanted to make it inside because I want to add teeth and tongue. But the weird thing with Sculpting Pro is that, as you can see, that it doesn't let you to work with selection. which is pretty weird. At that point I really need that Sculpting Pro, because look at the mesh how it's stretching right now, so it's pretty awkward. But I did unhide all, and I tried to use the smooth to add more polygon inside by just trying to figure out how. So at this point this guy looked really weird with the mouth open, and that's the thing with Sculpting Pro, that I saw that it's dragging your attention to big shape. You just want to jump in details, like this nose. I started to focus too much on it actually, and I still didn't figure out the big shape. But at this point I realized that I need to add some spheres, because I wanted to see how the shape will contour the eyes. So I make just a simple sphere that will represent the eye, and just put it in the place. And then I'm going to duplicate by going to deformation and just mirror it, merge it together, so I can use symmetry on both eyes. So what I'm doing to the left eye will happen to the right one. I'm trying to keep the symmetry, and I'm going to keep it to the end of the project, because I think I want to go and make a rigging to this guy. But let's see. We do have a lot of work. The main obstacle for me, it will be to make a good tree topology, so I can have good deformation on rigging. At this point I realized that I do not have a chin to this boy, so I just add one. Pretty fast, pretty straightforward. I'm still working on some areas that I'm trying to figure out. Also the head. At this point I thought that by masking the head and trying to make a hair was a good idea, but after a while I realized that I do not need this one, because I just needed some block out big shape of hair that will be used like reference in 3ds Max, because I want to make the hair using ornatrix from a fair. So really fast I changed my mind and I deleted instantly. You shall see. After I delete this mesh, I used some hairbrush from Martin Simi's hair. I'm going to add his Gumroad link in my description, so you can go and you can give it some money, because it's pretty interesting brush. You can use it for hair. And also, if you're going to YouTube on Polygon YouTube channel, he will be describing pretty cool how to use this brush, so you can check his channel also. So I'm still moving the head, the neck, I'm trying to find a good position, trying to make him cute. The other thing with Sculpting Pro is, as you can see, it's pretty hard to have clean mesh, but I think after the retopology and then a few subdivides, this will be looking pretty cool, so I'm not worried at this point. Focus and add some detail to the mouth. I really didn't like how the mouth looked after I made the inside space, so and then jumping around to the ears, to the nose, to the head, figuring out what to do. And now I'm going to go to brush, and I save it in the weird place, but it doesn't matter. I just used curve brush and drag a simple base mesh. And then I didn't realize, but this had multiple polygroups, so as you can see, I went and merged them all back together. Then go into Dynamesh and just smooth this out. I'm so bad on figure out the low Dynamesh, so I'm doing a lot of Dynamesh. Unnecessary work, but that's me. That's just my workflow. At this point I wanted to add more colors, so the hair to be different than the base mesh of the head. Also change the matte cap and just trying to block out the hair. As I said, I just wanted to have a reference of this hair. Yes, I had my crashes of Zbrush 2018. I have no idea why. I also had some problem with the license, but the support team from Zbrush is amazing, so they quickly resolve it. Going back to hair, I just want to block out the big shape because I'm going to use like a reference in 3ds Max for Ornatrix. So there it is. It's the same, I'm just blocking out the hair. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you want me to post the next step of the video. I also hope that my voice is not that boring. And see you later.